It's the Greek podcast, and we're at New York Prime. Obviously, I'm the Greek. Got a special guest joining the podcast today. Braman Motor Cars, Jupiter and West Palm. Without them, this doesn't happen. Without New York Prime, this doesn't happen. And without a special guest, this doesn't happen. I'm going to be joined today by my buddy, Chris Hayes, who was an actor out in Hollywood, did some scripts, and he already is involved with The Week with the Greek. Chris, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you. One of the things I got to ask you is that you hear so many stories about people who go to Hollywood, go to California, LA. What is that like? And you did it, because it intrigues me, when you went, who you told, your family, friends, hey, I want to be an actor, and what was the thought process?
The thought process was, it was a set decision since I was 5 years old that I wanted to be an actor.
Did you act as a kid?
Absolutely, yeah. As much as I could, I would get on stage and I was performing for the family and everything. You know,
Yeah.
I'd dress up for Christmas and put on little
Now, did you do
plays.
anything off Broadway?
Yeah, way off Broadway. I think
Like where, Jersey?
Yeah, like,
Secaucus.
yeah, exactly. Hoboken, like on the street performing.
Madison Blank Road.
Yeah.
So when did you go out to Hollywood?
After I graduated Wake Forest, I was actually a theater minor.
Oh, that's
So I did
right. So that's
econ.
big.
It
Wake
was-
Forest is huge. You're a
That's
deacon.
right. That's right. We didn't make it to the dance this year, but
all right.
you know. But I was a theater minor. It was something that I was passionate about, and you know, Wake's a fantastic school. They let
Yeah.
me,
That's a tough school to get in.
and unless you buy like an observatory, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, which is a different subject.
They were implicated in.
So you
But
told the parents
Yeah.
or whoever
they
you were
knew.
with?
Yeah, they knew. I was in theater and I was in Greece. I played Kaniki in Greece in high school. I was singing and dancing. Like they
knew.
had no idea. But the deal was, like a lot of folks in Los Angeles, you're gonna have a base, a practical.
So give me the first couple days. I'm intrigued. Like you go to LA, you fly, you drive.
Well, unless you're in LA, and anyone will tell you this, like you can't get a job.
Yeah.
So everyone I was calling up months beforehand, like way over prepared.
Yeah.
I knew exactly where I wanted to work. I wanted to work for a high-end gym in West Hollywood, and they said, they did a phone interview, and they said, you sound like a great candidate. Come out here.
Yeah.
You got to be out here because
Sure.
otherwise, I talk to so many people on the phone that say,
Yeah.
hey, I'm going to be moving to LA, and it's just not the case.
No.
So I go out there, and normally they do several stages of interviews at this particular gym.
Yeah.
Can I say the name? Or
Yeah.
Equinox. I'm plugging
Of
Equinox.
course, yeah. They're all over. They're Miami, New York.
New York. They started in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So I went to West Hollywood and right on the Sunset Strip. Already, like the lights are all over the place. The Whiskey Go-Go, the Roxy. like,
Oh,
all
so
that
you're doing
amazing
it.
stuff.
So you get an apartment out there.
I got an apartment. I got a house in Beverly Hills, a duplex.
Wow, by yourself?
Bowling. Yeah, by myself. Not with.
It was Entourage.
It was Entourage. It was four of my buddies from high school. We all came together.
Yeah.
And I was splitting a master bedroom with another guy, so really balling out. But it was worth it to live in Beverly Hills. And
Of course. I did. I spent a lot of time in there. I loved it.
Yeah.
You stay at the Hilton, the hotel. I used to do a lot of different stuff. Years ago, I was involved with some acting, but not at the level that you were. So where did it take you? Where did you see it going?
I saw if I would have in one thing, I would have been happy that there was some sort of mark that I had left, and I had some evidence of my existence out there. That was
Yeah.
what I wanted.
Sure.
And I got a chance to do that, and I got a chance to be in a lot of over 40 different titles.
Wow.
I was in a couple of studio films, a lot of independent stuff.
Now you worked a little bit, I think, with Jamie Foxx.
I'm doing something right now that Jamie's working on with Comedy Central. Hopefully.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully, knock on wood. So yeah, it's a fun project.
So how does the process start when you got somebody like me? You and I are friends. We met through people. We hang out at Prime, have a cigar, and it's a connection. We're bringing in a podcast. You never know next to radio or TV where it goes. I gave you this treatment that you read, and what were your thoughts about it, and where can it go?
Well,
You got to tell the audience.
yeah, getting to know you, it gave me so much more of like
The Greek.
the Greek. Where did it come from? Because as soon as I met you, it's like, yeah, I'm the Greek. And it's like, what's up with this guy?
Because you said you heard it from everybody. That's the Greek. That's the Greek. That's
Exactly.
the Greek.
Yeah. So you just assume it's like I don't even know the guy's real name until I read Greg. So I read through it and I was like, what an amazing story. And it moves. It's
Yeah.
the thing. You want to see something that jumps off the page, is what we say.
Yeah.
So as you're going through each stage here, from your childhood
Yeah.
to like this really condensed week,
7 days.
7 days, and that's what you want to shoot it in. If you could shoot a movie in 24 hours and take place in
Now,
that
if we
time
take this to
frame,
the next level, of course, we got to bring my man Alex with us.
Absolutely.
Because he's dressed for Hollywood already.
Oh my gosh, you gotta just
He's got the
shoe it.
look.
Absolutely, I hired on the spot, Alex.
Accessory producer.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
And casting director.
That's
all the
it, he's
above.
got it all.
A lot of hats on independent movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next stage would be getting the thing fleshed out, taking it from treatment stage, going into a full script. You hire a screenwriter.
Yeah.
You make sure you're on the same page. You're hitting the right beats. You go through a couple drafts.
Yeah.
And then you take it out and you get the fun funding for it. Hopefully, you can do it independently, or you take a treatment sometimes to a studio.
Yeah.
And those guys, this is genius. We met the Greek, and this is a green light in the room. You want to sell it in the room.
Now, what do you say, ballpark, it would take us to pull this off? Lengthwise, 6 months, 2 years.
Yeah,
like here's some people, they worked on stuff 10 years. I can't imagine that.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of times they say that, and they're like they were coming off of something successful.
Yeah.
Or they didn't get a chance to make like La La Land.
Yeah.
Was his first idea, and he had to do Whiplash, that director.
Okay.
Beforehand. But he wanted to do La La Land.
We're
first,
easy
like,
now, Chris.
yeah.
We get one payday, we're out.
That's it.
We're not
That's
tied to
it.
anything.
One
They
and
can
done.
change it. They can change anything they want. We're easy. We'll run with it.
Retire on top.
So what do you think is the process, would you say? Again, it's March Madness, so everything's gambling. What do you think the odds are of making us get to the next level? Do we have any shot?
We definitely have a shot.
Is it
Absolutely.
Powerball numbers or better?
But we're Cinderella play. Like,
We're
that's,
Cinderella play.
We're Cinderella play right there. But no, it can be made at whatever level you think.
Yeah.
But it takes time, it takes dedication, it takes your personality,
Yeah.
it takes a lot of effort. It's a full-time job, and I don't think people get that.
No.
Moving to Los Angeles, that is like, oh, you're selling something.
Yeah.
Even if you're an actor or an artist, you're selling yourself.
That's right.
And-
I tell everybody every day this, you're a brand every day. I learned that from my dad, and you are who you are. You're selling yourself to your family, to your friends, to your coworkers, to people you need. And either they buy or they don't. And that's the bottom line. People don't realize. They think, well, I'm not a salesperson, but you are. You don't realize every day when you're in front of people, when you're talking to people, what you're doing, that's what you're doing. You're a brand. So you take it and you're out there, because I'm intrigued with this, and you're there for, like you said, almost, 7, 8 years?
I was in for 10.
10 years.
Yeah, 10. 2007 to 17.
Was there any point where at one point you were like, hey, I can make this?
Yeah, I went to my first audition, and I said I was going to give myself. I got right into acting class. I was using up my money I was making on rent an acting class, and that was an improv.
Like most
commercials.
everybody.
Absolutely, and yeah, it was all going to that. And I said I'm going to give myself. I don't want to embarrass myself and start, like you said, selling yourself.
Yeah.
At like a low level at first, because as soon as you get that one chance in front of a big casting director, and they
That's
say.
it.
Yeah, and then you're not getting called back. So I went in and I said I was gonna give myself a year of just classes. I went in after 6 months, and I got a lead in an independent movie that shot from Colorado to LA on a road trip movie.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, this is.
Now you got paid for this.
Shoo-in. Oh, I got paid.
Yeah.
That was another thing. And I remember we were doing last day of filming. We shot in Las Vegas.
Wow.
Which is appropriate.
My city.
That's it. Exactly. They picture it on the billboards. We shot there, and I remember. Some of the crew, the driver was too hungover, so I'm driving the picture car back to Los Angeles. And I remember like the sun coming up.
Now, what would you say ballpark? You'd have to get the exact number. What kind of money are we talking for the audience so they know? Ballpark that you made for this.
That you make for what? This movie?
Yeah.
Oh, this is like $125 a day.
All right, but you were getting something.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
travel and
Yeah,
accommodations
sure,
and food and everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't care. That's one of the things that it's almost like a con job that when you get paid to be an actor,
Yeah.
like, you're really going to pay me to
Yeah.
Because a million other people that
Yeah.
look like you, that sound like you.
Yeah, but
they're not
you're
you.
different.
Exactly.
You're different. You're
You gotta
unique.
know
So
that.
you got into it. You're doing it about 10 years. You're out in LA with your friends. Now, did any of your friends have different aspirations as far as being maybe a director, behind the scenes, or they all want to be actors?
No, not at all. And in fact, that was a good thing because they were hustling in their own regard, and you kind of feed off of that. There's so many aspirational people out there. I had friends that were writers. I had my buddy that was living in that Beverly Hills house worked for CAA. He didn't want to be an agent, but that's kind of where a lot of people get their starts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of you're a made man if you come out of CAA.
Yeah.
and
And
get into
connections, like
producing.
everything else.
Exactly. You meet everybody.
Now, did you ever write any scripts yourself?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. We actually were selling a script, and then the company, which was an anime company, Japanese animation, they were doing a live feature offshoot.
Yeah.
And they said, we love your script, we want to buy it. We're going to give you $2.5 million. You guys get to produce it, you get to be in
Really?
it. Yeah, and then the company tanked.
Oh,
And
Jesus,
immediately-
my God.
So,
I don't want that happening to us.
Of course not. Of course not.
They tell us they got it. We're taking the money right there that day. Throw it in the Louis bag and we're out of here. That's it. I'm gone.
Put it back in.
I'm not Stallone. I don't have to be in it.
Yeah.
Maybe I come by the set a couple days just to check out what they got the Greek wearing.
Absolutely. Get your trailer. You got to get the trailer day.
Yeah, get the trailer, do that. So now your aspirations are that you might get back into film. You and I have met. You've read The Greek. Again, you became a little bit of a fan. You think it has some legs. But ballpark, it is tough. You have to be out there right now.
Absolutely, and if there's no other way to get it done, you can't be emailing somebody because you're never. Even the Greek is not somebody's top priority.
No,
You're
no
not
way.
waking up saying, what can I do for this guy?
No.
You get out there and you sell it. And
You gotta hit the pavement.
Gotta hit the pavement.
So is it hard to walk into the studios and see the right people? Do you have that where you know where to go?
It's almost impossible, especially because turnover nowadays is higher than ever.
Yeah, there's a guy that 2 weeks ago was running and then he's gone.
Yeah, exactly. Well, even the people like that were untouchables, like Les Moonves or somebody, you're like, that guy's no longer in charge. So,
So what is the process of getting that to get to the next level?
you talk to everybody and see this is something right for you. And truthfully, you'll find people with high net worths, and most of the time, as an independent producer, what I was doing, you find people that weren't in the industry at all. You've got dentists and doctors, and you've got people that run, sell car dealerships.
Yep.
And they go, why don't we? Here's what we think we're going to make it for. You professionally line budget the item.
Yeah.
This is what it's going to cost to do pre-production, principal photography,
Sure.
post-production, and you get the thing made. Then you sell it. So we can sell it to a studio puts its name on it, or distributor puts its name on it,
And then you go from there.
yeah, and you get to.
But you seem to be very optimistic about this. I like this. He's very optimistic. He thinks he can get this done. Now, looking at a week with the Greek, what do you think ballpark it would cost to make it?
Until the whole script gets written up, I couldn't possibly give you a ballpark because it does take place in a casino and because it is like a flashy script.
But we're not talking Star Wars superhero numbers.
No, the special effects. We're
No,
not
we
gonna
don't
have
need that.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
I think we get it done for $2 million.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's very like a Rounders type story.
Yeah.
And that, the budget of that wasn't extraordinary. Yeah.
It's awesome. I'm here at the Greek Podcast. Don't forget, we're sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars, Jupiter West Palm, your next new car, Motor Cars. This is New York Prime. This is where I always hang out. I made my biggest mistake of my life here. I got married here. My buddy Chris Hayes, an actor. We joined hands. We met. It's just life. You never know where you're going to go. We're talking shop. We'll talk some March Madness. We'll talk some other things when we come back in the Greek Podcast. Peace.
At Brayman, we do two things really well.
We provide a world-class experience to our customers and serve our community.
Test drive through Sunday and get a $1,000 credit. Plus, we'll donate 120 meals in your name. Brayman BMW, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter.
When you drive with Brayman,
You drive safe. Club Brayman Teen Driving Course is Sunday, March 31st.
visit clubbrayman.com.
We'll see you soon.
Join Brayman Motor Cars for the Spring Break Sales event and make no payments till summer. Brayman Motor Cars, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter. BraymanMotorCars.com.
It is the Greek. It is the Greek Podcast. We are here at New York Prime live like we always are. We do it the best we can, which is talk about absolutely nothing. This is a carnival of nonsense, and we're good at it. Brayman Motor Cars is a sponsor. Don't forget, BMWs, they got them all for you. The best cars are at Brayman Motor Cars, Jupiter and West Palm. We're at New York Prime with a special guest today, Chris Hayes, an actor who I bumped into in the Greek Big Umbrella Life, and he thinks maybe he can do something with this script. We've had a couple other people. We got a couple money guys behind us. Marvin, one of our other guys who does like it. And you were telling us about acting in LA and being here. Now, where do you like to live? Do you like Miami at all? Do you like it here?
I like it down here a lot more.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. The people have been here, but I thought I was going to be coming into like a group of octogenarians.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a young crowd. People like to have fun.
Yeah, it's just good, which is always
Especially
great.
at Prime.
Oh, Prime. Don't forget, tomorrow you got the Marlins are opening up. That's a great story in itself. I'll be down there live. And then Saturday, I got the Florida Derby. I'll be trackside doing our show, me and Johnny C for Real Radio. Always something going on. Again, Chris is with us talking about acting because I think that's everybody's dream. They see actors on TV and they go, man, I wish I was that guy. Mm-hmm. But I don't think, just like ball players, people realize how the odds are stacked in. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of people will get off that bus every day, and they're going to get discovered. And you hear stories, but there's so many more stories of people who don't make it, right? I mean, they're tough. Bartending, bouncing, working at improvs, doing different things, working at hotels. And then at some point you wake up and you go, all right, I gave it X. Yeah. It's definitely, I think, a young man's game. But you do hear some stories of actors who have been older and got into it.
Absolutely.
Tried
Morgan
it.
Freeman.
Yeah, Danny Aiello. I mean, guys like that in their 40s, stuff like that. But it's hard. I mean, the thing is, too, is that you got to keep motivated that, hey, I can do this. Because like everything else, if you don't feel success, if you're with somebody or not, I think you got to be single, too. Because I think if you're married, you got kids, it's hard. How do you pay the bills?
Yeah, and especially if you're dating another artist.
Yeah.
So, or married to another artist.
Sure, and then they say, hey, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and then you got to figure it out. How are we going to pay your bills? How
jealousy.
do we make it? Now, do you miss LA, the scene?
I miss the tribe. I miss like my friends that were out there. That's the most. And I also, the energy down here is good, but doesn't quite match. Just again.
Oh, it's LA. I mean,
the best
second biggest market in the world, next to New York.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
have you ever spent any time? Now you're from Jersey.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was our first connection. I saw the number. I said, "My God, you're from Jersey? What the hell?"
908.
Now you must have loved the city. I lived in the city for years. Did you like New York?
Loved going to New York. Loved seeing going in for shows. I went to the New York Auto Show almost every year. Love cars.
Now I want to ask you something. You were telling me, and I think it's interesting for the audience. You help out some people, and you got a big event coming up.
Oh yeah, the Palm Beach International Film Festival does a student showcase of films, and they do a great presentation over at Lynn University, right in Boca Raton.
And where's this?
This is April 5th.
Okay.
So I've got a chance to perform, or excuse me, to present last year with the late great Burt Reynolds.
Wow.
Vanilla Ice. Introduced me, which was a weird bucket list item I didn't know I had.
But good.
Yeah, and Howie D from
And Burt Reynolds, how was he cool?
He was super nice,
Yeah.
and he takes his time. He was really passionate about. He set up a scholarship to help kids,
Which is
who are,
nice.
Yeah, artists, and help them put money towards increasing their art and being able to go to school.
And they had to think of
study.
Jupiter for years of school. He touched a lot of people's
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
I mean, again, local guy, Florida State, came back down here, lived for years. I think, obviously, icon in Hollywood. I mean, he really did, but he was cool in person.
He was very nice and he was very gracious and took his time. It was really, I'm very blessed to have met him.
Now, who would you say is a bigger star, him or the Greek? As our camera guy.
You're a triple threat, man. I mean, you're all over the place.
I love my camera guy. He's like, oh, God, here we go.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. I remember years ago, I was at a Super Bowl party and a bunch of people, and Jerry Rice was there. And I said to Jerry Rice, I said, would you mind taking a picture? And Jerry Rice said, yeah, man. And I gave my phone, and I gave my phone, and I stepped back with two girls. And Jerry was cracking up. I'm like, Jerry, I'm open.
That's awesome.
So, Chris, what is going on for you right now? What do you see happening? You're going to get back into film in some capacity.
I want to stay in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never really leave it. If the right idea presents itself, and this is a really good one, so we can see where we can take this from here.
That's great. I'm very excited about it. Again, I like working with people that I get along with. I like. That's not the end be all, because if I'm making money, I don't care if I like you or not. I don't care if you like me. I'm all about cash. When you got cash, you're a smash. When you're broke, you're a joke. That's it. I'm your friend. That's it. I like your shirt. We got March Madness going on.
Yeah.
That's exciting. That's going to be this weekend. We got a bunch of big games, and then we got the Elite Eight, and then you got the Final Four. Now, I'm in a bracket. Believe it or not, I got 16 teams out of 16. I don't know how I did it. You want to talk about luck, horseshoe style. Now, this weekend, I think I'm definitely going to get tripped up. But Florida State's one of the teams that's still in it against Gonzaga. That's going to be a good game. Duke last week pulled out a big upset against UCF. I know so many people were rooting for UCF.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, we're going crazy. Heartbreaker.
No calls at the end. Yeah.
But Dawkins, I love the coach. He was a player for Duke, #1 scorer. He said, no excuses. We lost. And that's it. And I think that's a good message to send to your kids. Like, hey, we played a play. We played the time. We played the 40 minutes. We didn't win, so what?
Yeah.
I also think he's coach, good friends with Coach K.
Of course.
So I think that's a little bit, maybe it would have been different. But March Madness is huge. Vegas loves it. Billions of dollars are bet on it. There was a great series I watched last night, Action. I highly recommend about sports gambling. Our buddy Teddy Covers that you hear in the locker room, and me and 940 Wins is in it. And about the element of gambling, and they had this girl who was a cocktail waitress at the Bellagio, which I'm sure you're familiar with. And now she's picking games, which is always interesting. This week you got the Florida Derby. I'm excited about that. I got a horse that I won on, Harvey Wallbanger. It's supposed to be in there.
Good
Now,
drink.
I hit on this horse about 3 months ago, 60-1. Could it come back and win again? That's the whole thing. I mean, I'm thinking this. So, Chris, what do you think? What do you feel about people who want to go out to Hollywood? What would you tell them for the first time? Because it's hard.
Yeah, like you said before, you put it so aptly, you got to believe in yourself because no one else will. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. And make sure you have some sort of financial stability when you're going out there, because you don't know where that job's going to come. Like you said, there's a million people getting off the bus.
Sure.
Every single
Planes,
day.
driving.
And if you're out there, don't get discouraged. If you're out there for a year, you've already beaten out most of your competition. Most of those folks are leaving within weeks,
6 months.
months, Yeah.
And everybody in Hollywood, LA is a waiter. I mean, is an actor, director. I know somebody. I got a project going on.
I couldn't put up with the whole waiting tables thing. The first time someone, if I got a customer like me in there, I would have quit on the spot. So I knew that I wanted to be a personal trainer. I got my certification when I was
So
in
tell us
college.
about that. You like doing that?
That was amazing. Oh yeah, because you're a million different things to people. You're a therapist, and you're helping people get in better shape.
Yeah.
And it was a great way in my mind to connect with people.
Yeah.
And then especially network in Los Angeles
Sure.
because you're training.
Did you play golf?
I'm not a good golfer.
You're not- but
at
did you
all.
play?
I have played golf out there.
But that's a good place.
But it's amazing. Yeah.
But the
that
gym's a
Pebble
good
Beach.
second. I got to be honest with
Yeah,
you. The
yeah,
gym's
yeah.
a good second. Now trainers make some decent money out there.
We do. Yeah. The gym made a majority of it, but at the same time, they were charging quite a bit.
Oh
So
yeah, that's a big name.
Waterfall was good.
Yeah, I mean that's a very big name. Again, like I know my buddy who goes down to one in Brickell. It's still around. They've
Yeah.
been in business for what? A long time.
They've got like heels in the shower.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
floor-to-ceiling mirrors.
Oh
like,
yeah, I remember in New York when they first came in.
Yeah.
I mean they've had a great run as far as people going to the gym, hanging out. But like you said, it's a good network, and I think trainers also have that like hair cutting guy. People like them.
Yeah.
You can meet some beautiful ladies. You get connections, and out in Hollywood, that's all connections.
and you add value in a way. The thing about that city is that everyone wants something from you.
Everywhere.
Everyone's a dreamer or a
Yep.
schemer. So you have people that are just actually, I'm adding value to your life. I'm making you feel good about yourself. I'm more prone to listen to that kind of person.
Sure.
Because you're not just trying to get.
Yeah, and I think also it cuts down the stigma because everybody's somebody. There's super big money. Again, you got to see story. Reality TV has changed so many things in life out there.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what the Kardashians have done. The millions, billions they've made. I mean, what is their talent? They look pretty, but we don't really know. The mom. You talk about a mom. She should have ran a studio.
She might be president someday. Who knows?
Oh my God!
Who
You're
knows?
talking about somebody
Yeah,
doing it. She's better than Coach K at Duke.
Genius.
I mean, she can produce the girls. I mean, the money that she's made for them, it is unbelievable. Now, do you
Next
get down to South Beach at all?
I get down there occasionally. I went down for the what's the big art festival down there?
Art Basel?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've been down there for that before. There's a hotel where you can roller skate in, and I did that thing.
Yeah,
before.
you got Ultra coming up this weekend. The Miami Open, I was down at that. So again, you're just still adjusting with this. So the next step for the Week of the Greek is you're going to take it and do what with it?
We're gonna talk more about what our expectations of it are. See what level we want to get it to, and then let's get a screenwriter on it.
Then we're going to
somebody-
now. Do you have somebody we can call?
Oh, I've got several people we can call.
Oh wow!
You got to see what's in the works right now.
All right.
Yeah.
This is the Greek. This is the Greek podcast. Special guest today, a good buddy of mine, Chris Hayes. Again, an actor who's doing a lot of different things. Saw the script, likes it. I thought it'd be entertaining on the Greek podcast. We talk sports, we talk gambling, we talk girls, we talk restaurants, we talk strip clubs. How do strip clubs in LA? Do you like them?
Not as good as 11.
Not as good as Club 11.
That's amazing.
Wow, down in Miami. So you do go there. All right, so there it is. Hats off for Club 11. My big sponsor, Monroe's, Club 11, the only place that's open 24 hours. My friends came down from New York, New Jersey. Like, this place is open 24 hours? That blows people's mind. But again, we got so much going on. This is the Greek. Always listen to us on Real Radio. You got Rover, you got the Penthouse, you got the Love Doctors, we're the home of the Gators. March Madness, you can hear the games, and we got the Final Four on Real Radio. Again, Chris, I appreciate your time. Thank you, and I hope something happens. This is the face. This is the kid that might finally make something happen. I've been banging around with this for years. I never really put a lot into it, but everybody who reads it says, man, this is perfect. Why don't we do something?
It's good, and I'm privileged to be a part of it, and thank you so much for having me today.
Oh, no, we welcome you all the time. Again, podcasts, we always do different things. We're at New York Prime, your next big event, or just want to have dinner, make sure you come here. Steak's so good, the cows come here. That's awesome. Don't forget, Brayman Motor Cars, Jupiter and West Palm. I am the Greek. You are not. Keep in touch. God bless. Peace.